Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm still good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for asking. Nice to see you.
Nice to
Okay.
meet you too.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you next week, next
Oh,
Sunday.
okay.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I hope you can make it.
Absolutely. I
Great.
think so.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Feng Ni, can you turn your camera on, please? Okay. Nice to see you, Feng Ni. Hello, Feng Ni.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. So Mrs. Ha said you were asking about doing the writing part 2. Is that
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah. So we will be starting that in the next week or so, okay?
yeah.
Okay, but thank you for asking. All right. But yeah, I know you are keen to practice writing part 2. So we will be starting that, like I say, in the next week or so. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. Hello, Tuan Song.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. What is the temperature in Hanoi at the moment, Tuan Song?
It is 28 degrees.
Oh, wow, it's still warm. Still warm.
Yes.
Okay, good. I hope it's still warm when I get there next week. Hello, Trami.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Trami?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Good. So how did your exam go?
I think I did it quite good.
Really? Oh, good.
Yes.
Great. Good. Excellent.
I got 10 out of 10 in English.
Wow, fantastic.
Yes.
Wow, that's
But
great.
I think math I did a little bit worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is that a problem, you think, or not?
Yes, I think this is a problem.
This is a problem. Okay. So does this mean you have to do more work on maths?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, well, I'm glad you got the good score for English anyway. That's great.
Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah. Okay, you're welcome. Hello, Feng Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Feng Ling?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Bao Ling, can you hear me?
Hello, teacher. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
sound very quiet, Bao Ling. Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me?
Not so well. Yes, I can, but it's very quiet.
Yes, maybe my micro has a problem.
Okay. Yeah, you're not so the others are very clear, but yours is a little bit quiet. Okay, how was your week, Bao Ling?
Uh,
Did you have a good week?
Not really. I think I overworked this week.
Sorry, what happened? What happened to you?
I just overworked this week because my house still in.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot the
did
word.
you did you overwork, did you say?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you tired?
yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming to the lesson anyway. I
Yes.
hope you are not too stressed.
Thank you.
Okay. Feng Ling and Tuan Son, can you turn your cameras on, please? Hello, Viet Ang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Viet Ang?
I'm good.
Good. We missed you last week, Viet Ang.
Last week I have a football match in school, and it it started at lunch, so I can
Sure,
I
that's okay. That's
can
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay, Vietnam, but I'm glad you are back now. That's great. Okay, I think we will get started in just a moment. I'll just count to us here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, everyone. Well, welcome to class for today. Great to see you all again, as usual. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all again face to face next week. Today, we're going to be looking more at both speaking and speaking part 2. And we're also going to be looking at, I hope, finishing off the map exercise that we started on. I showed you the beginning of last week. And then we'll be looking at the next week or two in moving to the writing task 2, which is the longer essay, which I know some of you are interested in learning more about. So we'll be moving to that in the next week or two. Okay. Fong Ling.
Yes.
Fong Ling, that color is very nice. The color of your shirt.
Oh,
Look very nice. It suits you. Suits you.
thank you.
Yeah, look very good. Okay. Dut. Hello, Dut.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Dut?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Just need to turn on the fan on my laptop. It gets very hot when I'm using Zoom. Okay, everyone, so let's look at what we're doing today. All right, I'm going to share a video with you in just a moment. This is all about speaking part 2. All right, so like I say, we're going to be practicing that a little bit. And then we're going to be moving on to maps, which is the final part of our writing task 1. So we'll be looking at that. And like I was saying, maybe for those of you who are a little bit late, we'll be going on to writing task 2 in the next week or so. So what I'm going to share with you now is this video. Okay, so this video holds some very handy tips and suggestions into how to do speaking task 2. I haven't done much with you, if anything. You probably noticed about speaking part 3. That is because it's quite similar to speaking part 1, except your answers need to be a bit longer. So 1 and 3, parts 1 and 3 for the speaking are quite similar in that you are just responding to questions. However, part 2, of course, as you know, is where you have to talk for 2 minutes by yourself with 1 minute to prepare. So I wanted to give you some more tips and suggestions to how to answer this question. So to help some of you maybe feel a little bit less stressed and a little bit less nervous about doing speaking part 2. Anyway, let's have a look at this. I will stop it every now and then to explain things to you. Try me.
Yes,
Can you see the video on your screen?
I can see it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Of the Ielts speaking test for a long time has caused a huge number of problems for students, but it doesn't have to be that way. What I'm going to tell you in this video is a little secret that most students don't know about part 2 of the speaking test, and understanding this information will mean the difference between you getting the score that you need and not getting the score that you need. So in this video, I'm going to give you our unique part 2 IELTS speaking strategy. that has helped thousands of our students get the score that they need by understanding what this secret is and then applying a very simple step-by-step strategy that any student can learn and dramatically improve their score. So in this video, what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to look at the top reasons why students find this part of the speaking test so difficult, and then share that little secret with you. Then we're going to give you the strategy. And finally, we're going to give you practice questions and some samples. So in order to show you all of that, I'm going to jump into my computer and show you everything. Okay, so first what we need to do is we need to look at part 2 cue cards, particularly the format of those cue cards, because this is going to give us the information that we need to understand what the main problems are, what this little secret is, and it is also going to help you understand and implement our strategy. So at the start of part 2, the examiner will give you a cue card and you'll have 1 minute to prepare your answer, and then you'll be expected to speak for up to 2 minutes. And don't worry, the examiner will stop you when you get to in and around 2 minutes. So at the top of every cue card, there is going to be a main topic. This never changes. And then it says below the main topic, it says you should say. Again, this never changes. And then there will be 4 bullet points. Again, this never changes. So this is a little gift to us, because if there are parts of the Ielts test that never change, that means that we can give the examiners exactly what they're looking for, because it's very predictable what is going to come up. So we can come up with a predictable solution to these problems. So let's have a look at a sample. So you'll have to speak for around 2 minutes about the topic below. Describe an interesting movie you watched recently. You should say what genre the movie was, when you saw the movie, what was the movie about, and explain why you find the movie interesting.
Okay. Kang Ling, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Kang Ling, do you know what the word genre means?
Genre.
This word
Maybe-
here that I'm pointing the arrow to.
It's just the type of the movie.
Correct. Okay. Genre, everyone, is a word that is it's quite a formal word. It's a French word, by the way, not an English word, but is used quite often in English. It means type. Okay. What type of movie was it? Meaning, was it a romance? Was it a crime movie? Was it a horror movie? Was it a comedy? Was it a sci-fi movie? All these are different types or genre of movie. Okay, so if you ever see this word, and it's quite common in exams, okay, instead of saying type, they will use the more formal word genre. And that means just what kind of movie was it? Horror, science fiction, comedy, action, and so on.
So again, main topic at the top, you should say, and 4 bullet points. So let's look at a reason for failure. There are 2 main reasons why students fail to do as well as they could. So when I'm talking about failure, I'm talking about a student who should be getting a band 7 or a band 8, but they're struggling. They're getting a band 6 or 6.5, not because their English isn't good enough, but just because they're not using the right system, not using the right strategy. So reason for failure number 1, students often run out of things to say. So imagine you get this one, and what happens is you talk about what genre the movie was, when you saw it. That's about 20 seconds or 10 seconds. That leaves you with 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining. What was the movie about? You talk about that for about 20, 30 seconds, and then that leaves you with more than a minute to explain why you find the movie interesting. And then you get to that last bullet point and you just run out of things to say. And that affects your fluency, that affects your coherence. And this is the classic thing that many, many examiners see every single day when they are examining, is students get to bullet point number 4 and they still have a lot of time left, and the student is like, I don't know what to say. So that is going to dramatically lower your score if you do that. I'm sure many of you, let me know in the comments, is that something that you have experienced yourself? So the reason number 2 for failure is students often get stuck on one or more of the bullet points. So describe an interesting movie you watched recently, what genre the movie was. What does genre mean? I don't know. So then you start getting very stressed out. You start second guessing yourself. You start becoming unsure about what to say. Again, that affects your fluency. That affects your coherence. When you saw the movie, let's say, I can't remember when I saw it. What was the movie about? I've spoken to a lot of students and examined with many students who pick a movie or pick, the question might be talk about an interesting book, and they pick something that they don't really understand or they don't really know what to talk about. I actually did this with a few different students in the past, a question about movies, and they were like, I fell asleep. So how are they going to speak about that movie if they were asleep for most of it? Explain why you find that movie interesting. I didn't find it interesting. I find it quite boring. I don't know what to say. So the examiners are looking for your ability to speak for up to 2 minutes fluently and coherently. And if you are running out of things to say, or you find it very difficult to speak about at least one of these bullet points, then you are going to not get the score that you really deserve, because you're not doing what the examiners are looking for you to do. So what is this little secret? The secret is you don't have to speak about all 4 bullet points. You can speak about them if you want to. It's no problem to speak about all 4 in order. That is absolutely fine. But you do not have to. And this is really important information for you guys, because this gives you the freedom to create a different strategy. Because what your strategy really is at the moment is speak about bullet point number 1, then number 2, then number 3, then number 4. And as I've just shown you, that strategy does not work for the vast majority of students. And they are designed, the bullet points are designed to help you. All right, they're designed just to give you ideas to talk about. However, most students believe that they must speak about all of them, which doesn't help them, it hinders them. So this is often the case in many areas of the Ielts test where Cambridge are doing something to actually help you, but the teacher or the student creates a strategy that hinders them, that doesn't use the help that they are actually giving you. So to repeat this, because many of you, when I tell many of you about this, you're still confused. You don't have to speak about all 4 bullet points. You can speak about all 4 of them if you want, but you don't have to. So what's the strategy that we use with our students? And this is the same strategy that we share with many of our VIP students, and it has led to thousands of them getting the scores that they need and dramatically improving their scores. So the strategy, overall 30,000 foot view strategy, is that do things that help you to speak for 2 minutes about the given topic as fluently and as coherently as possible. Why do we use that strategy? Why is that our overall strategy? Because that's what the examiners are looking for. Everything we do at IELTS Advantage is examiner driven. All we do is show our students this is what the examiner is looking for, and this is how to give the examiners what they're looking for. We don't give tips and tricks and shortcuts and things like that. We just teach you exactly what the examiners are looking for. So before we give you the step-by-step strategy, you need to avoid anything that prevents you doing this. So anything that stops you speaking for the given topic for up to 2 minutes as fluently and as coherently as possible for you, you need to avoid these things. So forcing yourself to talk about bullet points you don't know how to talk about. Remember, you don't have to talk about all of them. So if you see one that you don't feel comfortable talking about that one for whatever reason, just skip it. Talk about something else. try to speak about each bullet point for an equal length of time. You need to avoid this. This is one of the worst pieces of advice you could ever give a student, because it makes their job so much more difficult, because it's impossible to speak about each of the 4 bullet points for 30 seconds equally each. I can't do that. I've never met another student who could do that. So why would your teacher tell you to do that? It's impossible. Speaking about each bullet point and then having nothing else to say about the 2 before the 2 minutes are up. So as we've shown you, just rushing through 4 of them and then having like 1:30 left. Or using a strategy that is very common online, such as PPF, which might lead to you answering the question incoherently or running out of things to say. PPF is an example of a tip, a trick, a shortcut. Students love these because it supposedly makes things easier for them in the short run, but it leads to a huge amount of failure. So a lot of our VIP students have failed the test multiple times, and when they come to us, we ask them, well, what have you used before? And they say, oh, we used this PPF method for part 2. And we say, how did you do with that method? And they said, well, I got a question where I couldn't really think of anything to talk about the past, and I couldn't really think of anything for the future. So PPF stands for past, present, future. What happens if you get a question where you cannot talk about the past or you cannot talk about the future? That severely limits your ability to give the examiners what they want. So just because you see a tip or a trick or a shortcut or something that has millions of views on YouTube doesn't mean it is actually going to satisfy the examiners. So what is the examiner looking for? They're judging your ability to speak fluently and coherently for up to 2 minutes. This also gives them a chance to evaluate the other 3 criteria. So the first criteria they are thinking about is fluency and coherence, but they're also thinking about pronunciation, they're also thinking about grammar, and they're also thinking about lexical resource, which means vocabulary. So you're speaking for up to 2 minutes. This gives the examiner a chance to sit back and really listen to you, which would indicate that part 2 is extremely important, because if you are messing up this question, you're not only lowering your fluency and your coherence scores, you're probably also lowering your grammar score, your vocabulary score, and your pronunciation score. So it's extremely important to get this right. And students who follow our strategy not only nail fluency and coherence, they do really well in the other 3 marking criteria, because they're just speaking naturally and fluently and giving the examiners what they want. So how do we do this? Number 1, make sure you always talk about the main topic. So I've showed you this a couple of times. I'll also show it to you at the end when we give you the sample questions. Make sure you talk about that main topic for the 2 minutes. Don't deviate from that main topic. Pick the bullet points you feel comfortable talking about. Remember, Cambridge, Ielts are trying to help you with these bullet points. So pick out of the 4, which 1, 2, 3, or 4 do you feel very comfortable talking about? What does comfortable mean? Easy. It's easy for you to talk about those things. It's easy for you to think about them. It's easy for you to articulate them. Number 3, ignore the rest. If there are 1, 2, 3, or even 4 of the bullet points you don't feel comfortable talking about, ignore them. Feel free to just delete them with a pencil. Choose other things related to the topic that you feel comfortable talking about. So what this does is it gives you the freedom to talk about the main topic in the way that you feel comfortable talking about. So you don't have to use all of these. I'm just giving you examples of other things that you could talk about. You could introduce the topic, you could provide details about the topic, you could tell a personal story, you could state how you feel about it, you could talk about the past, you could talk about the future, or anything else you feel comfortable talking about related to the main topic. So you're not going to talk about all of these. What I'm doing is I'm giving you a wide range of tools in your toolbox. Because if I just gave you a hammer and a saw and told you to go and build a house, you would not be able to build a house. You need many different tools in order to build a house. Just like part 2, you need a range of different things to talk about in order to talk about them fluently and coherently. So let's have a look. Choose an
Okay, everyone. Oh, hello, Nokian. How are you?
I'm still fine, but my laptop doesn't.
Sorry, your laptop
My laptop doesn't.
doesn't what? Is it not working, Nokian?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sorry a
Um.
bit. Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
So
Okay,
I'm
everyone. So that should be enough for the moment to tell you how to answer the part 2 question. So I will summarize for you what he was saying. So number 1, many students, have problem filling 2 minutes. They run out of things to say. Okay. Number 2, many students try to answer the bullet points on the topic card. They try to answer all of them, and then they run out of things to say because some of those bullet points only take a second or two to answer. And then what do you say for the rest of the 2 minutes? So don't necessarily follow the bullet points on the topic card. Remember what that tester said in that video. He said what the examiner is looking for is for you to speak as fluently and coherently as you can for 2 minutes about the main topic. Okay, the bullet points don't really matter as long as you talk about the main topic. So we're going to practice that now. What I'm going to do is get you, each of you, to speak for 1 minute. Okay, only 1 minute to be easy. I just want you to tell me about a favorite movie of yours. All right, and speak to me about it for 1 minute. So I'm not going to give you any bullet points. Okay, I just want you to tell me fluently about a favorite movie. So the sort of thing you need to tell me is, Hangling, what is the first thing you might tell me about a favorite movie? What's the first thing?
The first thing I talk about my favorite movies could be the characters, the main characters, and the pilot of the movie.
Even before that. No, that's good,
Even
Kaylee, but
before,
even before that, what is the first thing you would say to me? Tell me about your
mm,
favorite movie. What's the
I'm
first thing
going
you
to
would
tell
say?
you
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about
my
my
favorite
favorite
movie,
movie, which
which
is,
is
yes,
maybe the
you would
names.
tell, yes, you would tell me the name of the movie. Okay, that is the
Yes,
first thing. Obvious. Okay, the first thing you're going to tell me about is the name of the movie. Next thing you might tell me about, as Kang Ling was just saying, what is the movie about? Okay, you need to tell me the story of the movie. And the third thing you need to tell me
that
is
is
how did it make me feel? How did I feel watching this movie? Did I feel sad, excited, scared, made me laugh? Okay, so remember, that was the main topic, okay? Tell me about a favorite movie. All the examiner wants to hear you do is talk about that topic fluently for 2 minutes, okay? Forget about the bullet points, all right? Like, when did you see the movie? Who did you go with? Doesn't matter, all right? All they want you to do is answer the question, tell me about a favorite movie, and talk about that fluently and coherently for 2 minutes. Feng Ling, does this make sense to you? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, like I say, is I'm going to give you a few seconds to prepare. Kang Ling, I'm going to ask you first, okay? All right, then Tra Mi. Okay, Tra Mi, you are second. Tra Mi. Then Tuan Son, then Fung Ling, Nok Kien, Bao Ling, Dat, Fung Ni, Viet An. Okay, actually, I'll write this down so I remember to call you in order. Kang Ling, Tra Mi, Tuan Son, Fung Ling, Nok Kien, Bao Ling, Dat, Fung Ni, and Viet An. Okay, 1 minute to tell me about a favorite movie. And of course, you will start off by telling me the name. I'm going to tell you about a favorite movie of mine. It's called, all right? Then what was it about? What was the story? And how did it make you feel? Those are the important points when you are asked a question about movies, not just what is in the bullet points. As it said in the video, yes, the bullet points can be useful, but they are not necessary. All the examiner wants to hear you do is talk about the main topic, which in this case, what was your favorite movie? Talk about that fluently and coherently for 2 minutes. Okay, Kang Ling, are you all ready to go? So, Kang Ling,
Yes.
I'm going to stop you after 1 minute, okay? I only want 1
Okay.
minute. Okay. All right, Kang Ling, tell me about your favorite movie.
Yes, I'm going to tell you about my favorite movie, which is Phineas and Ferb, maybe a cartoon with a very famous in the past. That is back when I was a child. I usually watch Phineas and Ferb on Disney Channel with my cousins. And this is a movie about two twins brothers who are very creative and they are always invented about some new machines. And it's have a like another professors who still invented something too, and they are just have the competitions maybe. And it's just a movie about the summer days between the twins and their friends. So when I watched that with my cousin, I was talking to her at that time, like, oh, I want to be an inventor like them in the futures. So yes, I really admire them because he's can invent many things that I can't imagine about. So when I grow up at parents, when I usually watch this again because it's just a part of my life that I can't miss. Like yes,
Okay,
after
that is 1 minute, Kang Ling. Okay,
oh
that is
so
already
fast.
yes, so fast. So 2 minutes isn't very hard, is it? 2 minutes is not that hard. All right, because so everyone, can you please notice that was very good, Kang Ling. Okay, that was very good, very fluent and very coherent. Okay, hardly any mistakes in grammar. So you notice Kang Ling talked about the movie, what it was about, okay, what the main characters did, and how it made her feel. All right, and that's all you need to do with any of these part 2 questions. That's all you need to do. Okay, that was good, Kang Ling. Very good. You have no
Thank
problem with
you.
this. You have no problem with this, okay? That's very good.
Mm,
All
thank
right,
you.
Tra Mi, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Tra Mi, please tell me about your favorite movie.
Today I'm going to share with you about my favorite movie that I have watched recently. It's a dramatic Korean film called Penthouse. It has three parts, and I remembered I have watched it for many times since I was in secondary school. Uh, I remembered it stood top one training when it first released and received so much love from Vietnamese watchers because a range of talented actors with their actings. And also this film is tell about a a life of a woman fight for her drama throughout her life, and it's really dramatic and makes me feel both excited and depressed when seeing this film. I have learned so much things from her that I have
Okay,
to.
thank you, Trami, already. Okay, that is 1 minute already. Good.
Yes,
Okay, so again, you can see how quickly 2 minutes actually goes. Okay, and you were still only partway through your speech. And again, very good, Trami. Okay, very good. So you told me enough about the story, and then you were starting to tell me how it made you feel. Okay, which is great. Now, what both you did, Trami, and also Kang Ling did before you, I can see in your faces and hear in your voices how much you enjoyed this particular movie. Okay, so you were showing emotion, which is great. Okay,
yeah.
it really showing the emotion. Same for you, Kang Ling. Okay, showing the emotion really makes your talk come alive. I think I've talked to all of you in the past about how boring it is to listen to someone say, I want to tell you about my favorite movie. It's called Harry Potter, and it was really exciting, and it's about a boy who goes to wizard school. Okay, that's very boring to listen to if I talk like that. But both of you did it correctly. You both got a little bit enthusiastic, okay? A little bit excited about your topic, which is great. All right. If you can do that, that leaves a very good impression on the examiner. Okay. All right. The
Yes.
examiner gets really interested in your story because you are interested in your story. So very good, Trami. That was excellent. Okay.
Thank you,
So
teacher.
again, why I'm doing this is that you don't need to have a topic card with the bullet points on it. Okay. All you need is just the main topic and talk about that. Okay. Does that make sense, Trami?
Yes.
Okay, good. And it's just one thing I will correct about your English, Trami. You said watches. You said watches of the movie in Vietnam. So what actually the correct word for talking about people who watch a movie is viewers. Viewers. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So try to remember that. People, yeah, watching. Hmm. Yeah, watching isn't really a word you talk about with movies in English. You talk about viewing a movie. So you talk
Yes.
about the viewers who watch the movie, the viewers who watch TV. Do you know, by the way, Trami, what is the word to do with watching a sports game? Okay.
Uh,
If it's viewers who watch movies, what do you call the people who watch sports games? There
I
is another word.
remember it's starting with S.
Yes, it starts
Uh,
with S.
sponsors.
No.
I
Can you
have
think?
forgotten.
Okay, it is spectators.
Yes.
Spectators. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, but yeah, so viewers for watching movies. But very good, Trami. That's great. All right, Tuan Son. Tuan Son,
Uh,
are you
my
ready? Are you ready?
yes,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
ready.
Okay, whenever you're ready, please tell me about your favorite movie, Tuan Son.
My favorite movie named The Conjuring. It is a horror film which tell you about a family with 5 members that bought a haunted house. After they move to the house for a few days, they start to meet unexplainable situations in the house. Those situations affect the family too much that they must invite exorcists to their house. And in the end, the exorcists were able to solve the situation and make the house clean. When I watch the movie, I feel scared but also very excited when I knew that there will be a jump scare anytime.
Okay, thank you, Tu and Son. That is already 1 minute. Okay, thank you. All right, so Tu and Son, what I need you to concentrate on is not, it sounds almost like you are reading to me. Okay, all right. So your voice is going a little bit like this in a straight line. It needs to be more enthusiastic. Okay. So what I want you to do, Tu and Son, is to just look at me. Don't look at your notes. Okay. Just look at me and tell me the story. All right. Just like you are talking to a friend or someone from your family when you are having a cup of coffee, something like that. Does that make sense, Tu and Son?
Okay.
Okay. If you have notes, which is fine, because of course you're allowed to make notes in the minute you have to prepare this. But if you just keep looking down and reading the notes, it starts to sound like you are just reading instead of telling me the story. What Tra Mi and Kang Ling did to me was they were getting quite excited, enthusiastic when they were remembering the details of the movie and how it made them feel. Does this make sense, Tu and Son?
I understand.
So I need you to say, wow, this movie it's really scary. Yeah, I felt really scary, but at the same time, I couldn't stop watching it because I wanted to know what happened next. See how my voice changes, Tu and Son?
Yes.
Yeah, when I'm talking about that, I'm remembering how scared it made me. But I also wanted to see what happened next. So I wanted to keep watching. So that is the sort of style you need to take with your speaking. I hope that makes sense, Tu and Son.
I understand.
Okay, Tu and Son. So can you just tell me a little bit about the movie now, just that bit, and trying that style, okay? Okay, all right. So Tu and Son, how did this movie, how did it make you feel? So don't read anything, Tu and Son, just tell me, just talk to me.
The movie made me feel very scared, but I still wanna watch it because it also made me feel excited.
Okay, Tu and Son, already, Tu and Son, that's sounding much better already, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so that's good. You have the right idea, Tu and Son, much better. Okay, much better. That's good. So that is the sort of style you need to do. And just one thing I will correct, when you talk about the name of the movie, the correct way to say it is the movie is called. You said to me, the movie name is, that's not quite correct English, okay? You say the movie is called or was called. What is it called? The Conjurer, did you say?
The Conjuring.
All right, okay. So you say the movie is called. That is the way to say it. The movie is called. Okay, thank you, Tu and Son. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay, Feng Ling. Have you heard what I said to the other students, Feng Ling? Good. Okay. Whenever you're ready, please. Please, Feng Ling, tell me about your favorite movie.
I'm going to tell you about my favorite movie. It's a fantasy romance movie called Twilight. I spent my summer watching it with my cousin, and we watched 5 seasons of the movie. The film was tell about the love of a vampire and the human girl. And the first time I saw it, was um, some, I was interested in the actress performance. I was know that the film was adapted from the novel, but the novel is too expensive for me, so I can't buy it. 8 p.m.
Can you keep going? That is 50 seconds.
Oh,
Feng Ling. 50 seconds. Okay, so you had more time. So, firstly, Feng Ling, your style is great. Okay, it's good. You sound enthusiastic and you sound interested in the movie. So that's good. All right. What you need to do to make it longer is tell me a little bit more about the story of the movie. All right. That will easily help make it longer. All right. So don't just say in one sentence, this movie is about this woman and what happens to her.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to tell me more than that to fill up the story. And then you can talk a bit more. See, what you mentioned before about the novel was interesting. You see how it's adapted from the novel, but the novel's very expensive. So better to watch it in the movie. And then you need to talk about a bit more just about how did it make you feel? You know, I felt sad when this happened to the character, but then I felt happy when this happened, you know. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that is how you fill up the 2 minutes, like just like that. Okay. That's good, Funling. But yeah, good style, Funling. That was good. Okay. Nok Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Please tell me about your favorite movie.
Well, my favorite movie is Avengers Endgame. It's an American superhero film released in 2019, produced by Marvel Studio. Mm, In the film, the surviving members of the Avengers team and their allies work together to reverse the consequences that Thanos, a supervillain, caused in the previous film, Avengers in Infinity War. No? About the actor, I think I like the Robert Downey Jr. best because he quite cool and he sacrificed his life to save all the people in the universe.
Okay, that's 1 minute, Nok Kian. Okay, good. Good. So again, your style is very good, Nok Kian. All right. Sounds very interesting. Okay. You talk about it enthusiastically, which is great. So you need to tell me about, I think, more about the story. Okay. What was it called? Avengers Infinity War, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. So you need to give me a little bit more of the story. And then you mentioned at one stage, you mentioned the previous film, but you didn't tell me anything about the previous film. And why is this film different? What happens in this film that's different to the previous film? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So again, you remember you have to fill up 2 minutes. So you need to spend, you have plenty of time to tell me about the story. Okay, plenty of time. And then at the end, tell me about how you feel, why you like this film so much, which you started to do just then. You were saying you like the actor Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, he's very good. I like him because he's cool. And he's been in lots of other movies as well, but I really like him in this one. Okay, does that make sense, Nokian?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is how you make it longer. But Nokian, your English is good. Okay, and even you paused, I noticed there for a couple of seconds, but that's okay because then you started again. That's fine. Okay, so it's fine to pause for a little bit, and then as long as you keep going again. So you can pause and think for a second or two. What's next? What happens next in the story? Oh, yes, this is what happens. Okay, so that's good, Nokia. Any question for me?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, Bao Ling. Okay, Bao Ling, are you ready? Hello, Baoling. I can't hear you. I can't hear anything, Baoling. I could hear you before, but not now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, Baoling, please tell me about a favorite movie of yours.
Today I talk about my favorite movie named Lock the Door Suzume, directed by Makoto Shinkai. It's an animation from Japan. The story is about a high school girl who met a mysterious man who can encounter the supernatural door. Somehow the man was transformed into. Wait a minute, I don't. I say
I know, sorry, Baoling. I could hear your mum talking in the background. I know it. I know it's distracting. I know it's distracting for you. Yeah, start again. Start again.
Today I talk about my favorite movie named Lock the Door Suzume. Directed by Makoto Shinkai. It's an animation from Japan. The film is about a high school girl met a mysterious man who encounters a supernatural door, and somehow the man got transformed into a chair. And by a magical cat. So they have to work a shape and a cat to chase to transform the man into the human again. The more story is unfold, the more we can learn about the character, about the characteristic, the emotion, about the story. The film is made by a unique style and the background are stunning. I'm full of excitement and surprising predictably when I watch it. I wish I could watch it again with my friend.
Okay, that's exactly 1 minute, Baoling. So that is good. So the information you have in your speech is very good, Baoling. That is fine. But what I need you to do, it sounds like you are reading to me. Okay? Yeah. So what I need you to practice is telling it to me. So like I said before to one of the other students, it's okay, of course, to have notes there to remind you of what to say, but you still need to just tell me, not look at notes. Like, imagine you and we are having coffee together, Baoling, okay?
Yes.
And I ask you about what's your favorite movie. You will not pull out a notebook and start reading to me. Okay, you will just tell me about your favorite movie. That is the sort of style you need to do with this. All right. Now, I know it can take a little bit of practice. Some people find this easy, some people find it a little harder. That's okay. That doesn't matter. But it will get easier with practice, Baoling. But you do need to practice that kind of style. All right. So please just look at me, Baoling. All right. And tell me the story of the movie without looking at any notes. Tell me the story of the movie.
The story is talk about a high school girl. A high school girl and met a mysterious man who encountered the supernatural door. Somehow the man gets transformed into a chair by a magical cat, so they have to save a world from.
Okay, that's better, Baoling. That's better. Remember, you can make your talk a little bit more dramatic. For example, somehow the man gets transformed into a chair by a magical cat. Okay? As in, how did that happen? Okay? So you can be a little bit more dramatic instead of just saying, somehow the man gets transformed into a chair by a magical cat. Okay? That doesn't sound so interesting.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so just say that sentence to me, please, Baoling, about the man and the chair and the cat.
Somehow the man gets transformed into a chair by a magical cat.
Good, better. Okay, better. Okay, that's better, Baoling. Okay, so it didn't sound like you were reading to me then. Okay, it sounded like you were telling me. So that is the style you need to get used to. Does that make sense, Baoling?
Yes.
Okay, so again, so your information and your English was fine, Baoling. No problem with that. It is just we need to work on your style of speaking, okay? Just making it more natural. Like imagine you are telling your mum about this movie.
Okay.
One day while your mum and you are having something to eat. You are having a bowl of pho and your mum says, Baoling, have you seen any movies lately? And you say, oh, yeah, mum. Yeah, I saw this really interesting one. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Baoling. Okay, Dut. Hello, Dut.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready, Dut?
Yes.
Okay, so please tell me about a favorite movie of yours.
My favorite movie is called Attack on Titan. It's a sci-fi and horror movie that I just watched with my friend yesterday. The movie starts in a world where people have to leave behind three massive walls to protect themselves from man-eating giants called Titan. Mm, the movie, I feel the movie very interesting because it's innovation and unique content at that time. Mm, After finishing the movie, it left me emotion like uh, happy, sad, and
Okay, that's a 1 minute. Thank you, Dut. You can stop there. So instead of after watching the movie, you say, it left me feeling. It left me feeling, okay? You said to me, it left me feeling emotions like, okay? Which is okay, but it sounds, again, it sounds like something you would write down, not something you would say. Okay, when you are talking, it's much better to use direct language. Like after watching this movie, I felt both happy and sad and also excited. Does that
yes,
make sense, Dad? But if you
yes,
say, after watching this movie, I felt emotions like happiness and sadness, it sounds like you are writing an essay, okay? Which is not the idea of this. You just want to talk about directly how you feel.
yes,
So, okay, so that so your content is fine. All right, your content is fine. But like I was saying to the others, please try to tell me about what you are feeling and what the story is, not like you are writing it down. Now, I know this can be difficult, as I was saying before, to Bao Ling. Okay, it can be if you are used to just because you like to write things down because it makes you feel more secure. It makes you feel safer with your speech. It can take a little bit more practice, but that's what you need to practice stuff. And
yes.
not just for you, but for everyone. The easiest way to practice this, everyone, is to record yourself on your phone. Okay, trying to do this, and then listen back to it and see how it sounds. See if it sounds like you are just talking to your friend or to your mother or someone like that. If it sounds like you are reading a movie review, then that is not what it's supposed to sound like. So Dot. So I just need you to change some of your words a little bit, Dot. Okay, into more words that you use for conversation, not writing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dot. Okay, we're almost finished with this, everyone. Then we'll go to the writing. Only 2 more to go. The next one, Fong Ni, is you. Okay, Fong Ni, so please tell me about a favorite movie.
I'm going to tell you about my favorite movie called The Lion King. I went to the cinema to watch this film with my friend in 2019. 2019, yeah. And the genre of this film is a musical drama film, and it's a remake from the animated Lion King in 1994. And this film is about the lion called Simba. His uncle used to kill Simba dad, and arrogate the kingdom. So Simba has to fight with his uncle and protect the kingdom. And I really enjoy this film, and my friend really enjoy this too, because this film really touching our heart. And I think anyone who watched this film, they will like it. That's all. Yeah.
Get what?
I'm done.
Okay, that was about 55 seconds, Fong Ni. 55 seconds. Okay, so first thing I'm going to say to you, Fong Ni, okay, is please slow down. Okay, you are too fast.
I talking too quick.
Too quick. You're way too quick. Far too quick. Okay. Again, I might have said this to you before, but if not, remember you need to walk your way through your story. Okay. You were Fong Ni, you were running. Okay. You were running to tell me the story. Okay. So just first thing is slow down. Okay. Slow down. By the way, I like at the near the start when you said 2019. Is that the way you say it? Yeah, 2019. That was fine for me. Very natural. You slowed down when you did that. Okay. You slowed down suddenly. And then you went back into like you were reading a movie review. Okay. So slow down, please, Fung Ni. Okay. Just like you are talking to me, like we are having a cup of coffee together, and I say, I remember seeing The Lion King. Fong Ni, have you ever seen it? And you say, yes, teacher, I have. I went and saw it with my friend, I remember, and then you keep going. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you tell it. All right, so slow down, Fong Ni. So again, your English is fine, Fong Ni, all right? And your content is fine, right? You just need to become slower and a bit more natural. So you could tell me, we got to almost a minute. It's very easy. There is much more to the story of the Lion King, of course, than what you just told me. All right. So you talked about how it's about Simba and then about his uncle, who is called Scar, of course, and Scar is very bad. He's very evil, and he kills Simba's father and then takes over the kingdom, and he sends Simba away. Simba has to leave the kingdom, but then Simba makes friends, okay, with these 2 other animals who help cheer him up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can talk about all that part of the story. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, and that, of course, will easily fill up 2 minutes. All right, so you don't have to cut the story short. So slow down, Fung Ni, okay, number 1. And 2, tell me some more of the story. You only told me like the first 20 minutes. All right. There's this, I like The Lion King too, Fung Ni. I remember it well. Okay, and it's very exciting. Then what happens to Simba? And then Simba comes back to, to be the king again. So yeah, and very, very exciting. So the movie, and you can talk about how it makes you feel. At first, it makes you feel sad because Simba's father gets killed, and his bad uncle takes over. But then you start to feel happy because you see Simba growing up, and Simba grows up to be the king, and then he comes back and then he helps to defeat Scar. Okay, so you can talk about all that. Okay, Song Ni, does that make sense?
Yes.
Good, so that's what you need to do. Okay, again, thank you everyone for being patient. Just one more of these. Viet Ang.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, Viet Ang, can you turn your camera on, please?
Yes.
Okay, Viet Ang, are you ready? Please tell me about your favorite movie.
My favorite movie is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The movie introduced this year from Marvel Studio. I have seen it twice. First time at cinema when film released in Vietnam, and second time at home. The movie talk about how can Spider-Man and his friends save the world. Uh, the genre film is action and a little rom-com. Uh, this movie very popular and suitable for everyone. So it's very interesting to watch movie.
Okay, have you finished, Viet Ang?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, so that was only 45 seconds, Viet Ang. So you need to tell me more about the story, okay?
Yes.
Okay, more about the story of Spider-Man and what happens in the story. By the way, the word you use for story when you're talking about movies and books is plot. Have you heard this word before, Viet An? Plot. Plot. P-L-O-T.
Cái cốt truyện ấy, cái đấy phần bác dạy phần đấy rồi gì nữa. Plot.
Okay. Okay, so the plot. You need to explain more about the plot of the movie. Plot is the word you use when you're talking about a movie or a book's story. You talk about the plot. So that will help you use up more time, Viet An. So that is one thing to make it longer. And the second thing, it also sounds to me like the same as a couple of the other students, like you are reading to me, not like you are talking to me. So this exercise is very important to get you to practice talking and not sounding like you are just reading off some notes that you have written down. So you've got some good vocabulary, Viet Ang. Okay, your vocabulary is good and your sentences were good. Okay, and the speed of talking was fine, but you need to tell me the story, not just read it. Does that make sense, Viet Ang?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so that is one thing to remember. And the other thing is to use up more time. Tell me more about the plot, the story. What happens to Spider-Man? You know, is there a bad guy in it? There's always a bad guy in Spider-Man movies, okay? What does the bad guy do to Spider-Man? And then how does Spider-Man win in the end? That sort of thing. All right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, any question, Viet Ang?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you, everyone, for doing that. I hope you found my suggestions useful. So apart from those suggestions, the main thing to take away from this lesson and from the video we watched is when you get the topic card for your exam, just concentrate on what the main topic is. Okay, don't worry too much about the bullet points. Yes, they might be useful, but also they might not be useful. So as long as you talk about the main topic, whether it's tell me about a favorite movie, tell me about children. Should children spend less time using their mobile phones? Okay? Whatever the topic is, talk about that and how you feel about that. Don't worry about following all the bullet points. So that is the main thing to learn from watching that video. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the writing. Okay, Kang Ling.
Yes.
Can you see the map, Kang Ling?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is I want you to answer the map question. Okay, I'm going to share the link with you all now, and I want you to start writing about the map.
Okay.
So before we start, just in case some of you have forgotten and you're thinking, how do I do this? All right, we use POT, just like we do for any task 1 question. All right, so first paragraph is a paraphrase of the title. All right, this part here, okay, is the title. So your first paragraph is a paraphrase of that. Second paragraph, tra me, is what? What is the second paragraph?
It's overview.
Correct, okay, and it's an overview, in this case, of the differences between the two maps. All right, so you can see this is the map of how Norbiton, that is the name of the town, looks now. This is the map of how it's going to look in the future. Okay, so your overview is about the main differences. And then 2 paragraphs, okay, the T part of POT, 2 detail paragraphs about the details. What are the differences in detail? So your overview paragraph is about the main differences. As I was just saying to one of my other classes earlier today, all task 1 exercises tell a story, and you just have to find out what that story is. So, for example, I can see straight away, looking at this map, that the main part of the story is there is going to be a school, okay, a playground, shops, and a medical center, whereas before or now it is just factory. So you can see that straight away. There are going to be more things for people, is the story of this map. Here, there's nothing for people, just factories. Here, there are things for people to do. So there you are. I've already told you what the overview paragraph is going to be. Now you just need to write the details. Are there any questions about what you need to do? So again, I repeat, just like all task 1 assignments, you use POT to answer the question. The paraphrase, the overview, and 2 detail paragraphs. Okay, going to share the link with you now in chat. Okay, everyone, so please click on the link and start. And as I was saying earlier, once we finish this exercise, the map 1, we will move on to writing task 2. So if this was the Ielts exam, you would have 20 minutes to complete this task. So it's fine to think about it for 2 or 3 minutes, but then you need to start writing or typing. Now we have a little bit less than 20 minutes until the end of the lesson, so can you please finish this for homework? So if you haven't finished it by the end of the lesson, can you please finish it for homework? And as always, you begin the overview paragraph by saying, overall, or it can be clearly seen that. So again, the first thing you're going to do is a paraphrase. A paraphrase of what the map is about. The second thing is the overview, where you ask yourself, what story is this map telling me? And the story is, as I've already said, the future map has more things for people in it. And then in the detail paragraphs, you can just talk about things like, well, you can see straight away there are going to be some extra roads. You can see that Norbiton has expanded across the river. And one thing to be very careful of, you will see that in the second map, these shaded areas are not factories. Okay, there's a big clue for you. In the first map, the shaded areas are factories, but in the second map, the shaded areas are not factories. What are they? Have a look and you'll see. Mrs. Ha.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just looking at the message you sent. I'm just trying to work out. You say they have 270 legs in
No,
total.
I don't care that number, but the number of chickens is 21 less than 4 times of the number of pig. That means the number of I wrote in the below line 4 times of pig minus 21 equal the number of chickens. It's right.
Yeah, it's right.
Is that mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so it was correct the first time. 4 times the number of pigs minus 21 equals the number of chickens.
Is it right?
Yeah, but you have to say 4 times the number of pigs, not 4 times of pigs.
Yeah, yes, okay.
But I just trying to understand.
Yes, I know. Yeah, because I just wrote fastly, quickly.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. But I'm just trying to work it out myself. They have 270 legs in total. Is that pigs and chickens or just pigs?
That they gave that's all. But I
really?
think I think 270. That means much less of pig and chicken.
Both pigs and chickens. Okay, so. Yeah, that's a little bit confusing.
Yes.
They have. I'm trying to work out just pigs or pigs and chickens.
Yeah.
So I would write it like that.
But I need to understand the sentence.
Yeah.
Only the sentence. The number of chicken is 21 less than 4 times the number of pigs. Right? Yeah. But I understand, right? 4 times the number of pigs minus 21 equal. It's right.
Okay. Can you see what I've written?
Okay. The number is
chickens is 21 less than 4 times the number of pigs. So first of all, you have to work out how many pigs there are. That's right, isn't it? And then multiply that by 4.
Yeah. But no, I know how to do it. But I need to
know how to do it.
No, but I just need to understand the questions.
Yeah. So it has to be 4 times the number of pigs minus 21.
Yes, I understand, right?
Yeah. So okay, just to rewrite.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, I need to understand, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Come.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 times the number of pigs. Oops. Sorry, I put a plus instead of equals. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
4 times the number of pigs minus 21 equals the number of
Yeah,
chickens. You're right.
yes.
Yeah.
I understand, right? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
One of my one of my students asked.
Right.
But a little bit confused.
It is very confusing.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know how to work it out, do you?
Yeah, of course, it's very easy.
Okay.
Easy
Okay,
math.
is it? All right.
Because I study math well.
Right. I'm very bad, so I don't.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't see what any of the students are writing.
Oh.
Try me. Try me.
Teacher, you sent the wrong link.
I sent the wrong link.
The wrong link. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
no one has said.
Okay. Sao không nói? Trời ơi. Mất
I
rồi.
sent the wrong
Bọn
link.
con đang làm hết ở cái link kia rồi ạ.
Con đang làm rồi gì? Thì bạn con cũng đều có link rồi đúng không? Ai cũng có cái link. Đúng rồi thôi. Okay, they have a link by themselves already.
They already have it.
Con biết nó cái tên đầu nó lại khác với cái của thầy vậy.
Ok, thế là chắc là thầy lại nhầm của cái nhóm buổi chiều chắc. Okay, because you rechecked the link, you.
But
don't worry because they have the link by themselves because they saved that already.
Okay. But I'm just looking. I'm not sure why it's the wrong link. I'm copying the link that I can see now on the bar, which is the one that I've sent them.
Let's do it again to see that. Okay.
So I don't know why. Hang on. I'll send you the link, Mrs. Ha. See what happens to you.
Yeah, I think there are some yes, because there is links of the afternoon class.
Link for the afternoon class.
Yeah. They sent them the afternoon class. Okay, but let me see this. Because I saw the same. Because I saw the name of Dương Hà Bảo Minh and.
So it's the link for the afternoon class, not for this class.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, my mistake. Oh,
yes.
That's why I can't see their writing.
Yes. And please open another link. Okay.
Okay.
Because you sent them the group 2, not group 1.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Okay, sorry everyone, my mistake. I sent you the wrong, you're right. I sent you the link for the one for the afternoon class document, not your one. Now I can see the correct link.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so most of you have.
Yes, they are writing on that already.
Yeah, they're writing on that. I can see now. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Hart. So yeah, most of them, they started last week, but they need to finish because then next week I can start them on writing task 2.
Yes. But I think writing task 2 should do another another link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because easy for them to check, keep checking it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, everyone. Sorry. I hope you all found the correct link. The one that I sent you last week, of course, was the correct one, not this one. All right, everyone. So it's 12 o'clock. That's time for the class to end. So for your homework, can you please finish doing this task 1 essay? Most of you are quite close to finishing, so it shouldn't take you very long. So not much for homework, just to finish this exercise. And then I will look at it with you when I come to see you next week. So already I'm getting very excited about seeing you again. Okay. I miss you all. And yeah, it's very good to be coming back to Hanoi and seeing you in person, face to face. So I'm looking forward to that. So Mrs. Ha, do you want to talk to them?
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Thì tuần sau nhá, chúng mình sẽ học vào lúc 2 giờ chiều nhưng mà đến tại nhà bác nhá, đúng không nhỉ? Ok. Mọi người là chỉ có chắc là mỗi Tuấn Sơn là chưa biết địa chỉ của nhà bác thôi đúng không? Thế Khánh Linh thì cố gắng sắp xếp thời gian để lên
bác
nha.
ơi, bác biết gì không?
Là sao?
Next
Có vấn
week
đề gì?
I have an IELTS test rồi. Mà đúng vào ngày đấy nữa.
Ok, và đúng ngày đấy hả? Tuần sau là con thi à? Thế thì trong tuần này
Vâng.
con sẽ phải nhờ thầy bố trí để thầy sẽ cho con thêm một bài nữa đi. Thầy sẽ giúp con là thầy sẽ phỏng vấn hoặc thầy sẽ kiểm tra cho con. Teacher.
Yes.
Next week, next Sunday, so Khánh Linh has a test. She's going to sit IELTS test.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
Kang Ling, you didn't. I didn't know. You didn't tell me.
Yes, you should.
Yes, I forgot.
Advance, and he can help you. So he can give you 1 or 2 lessons for free before you have a examinations. Okay, Khánh Linh.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you should ask your teacher, and give you about 30 minutes to do like a speaking test before.
Yeah, if we can find the time, of course, because it's not long before I come to Vietnam, so I've only got obviously 4 more days to talk to Kang Ling. Kang Ling.
Yes.
Yes. So, what do you need help with? Do you think? Is there anything you are not sure about?
Maybe is speaking. Yes, skill.
Maybe you're speaking still. Okay.
Yeah, so do that. Các bạn khác
Yeah.
cũng thế, bạn nào mà chuẩn bị thi thì nên thông báo trước chứ nhở, bởi vì các anh các chị trước cũng thế, thầy rất là hào phóng, thầy luôn luôn thầy giúp đỡ mọi người mà. Có nghĩa là trước khi thi thì thầy bao giờ thầy sắp xếp thời gian, có bạn thì cần 1 buổi, có bạn cần 2 buổi gì đấy thì thầy đều dẫn lòng giúp đỡ. Nhưng mình phải nói trước một chút để có sắp xếp thời gian á. Được chưa nhở? Xong rồi trong một cái trong tuần và trong khoảng là 3 p.m. gì đó, it's up to the teacher's time. Đúng rồi. He can make time to help you. Okay.
Okay, Kang Ling. So can you stay, Kang Ling, for a couple of
Thế
minutes?
sau buổi
We
học
will
thì
discuss this.
tí nữa các bạn rời đi, con ở lại nhé, để con make time với thầy nhé. Ok. Thế còn các bạn khác là bây giờ tức nghĩa là trước mắt là chúng mình sẽ buổi sáng không học nữa, thì bây giờ sẽ chuyển sang buổi chiều. Bác đang nghĩ là chúng mình có thể là nếu các bạn muốn học riêng thì mình vẫn học học từ 2 giờ đến 3 rưỡi. Còn nếu các bạn muốn mà mình ghép chung vào như lần trước để học tất cả cùng 2 nhóm ấy, thì ý kiến các con nếu mà kể cả học 2 nhóm thì cũng sẽ bắt đầu từ lúc 2 giờ chiều. Thế còn nếu như các bạn muốn học riêng thì vote cho bác, xong rồi bác sẽ make time để làm việc đó, được không nào? Thì nếu còn học chung với nhau thì mình sẽ có lợi thế hơn là vì mình sẽ học được 3 tiếng, đúng không? Thế còn nếu không thì mình sẽ chỉ học 2 tiếng như bình thường, 1 tiếng rưỡi như bình thường thôi. Thế còn sợ là với buổi chiều thì là rồi là bác đang nghĩ là có lẽ là nếu như không ở lại ấy thì mình sắp xếp vào một buổi thứ bảy nào đấy, thì mình buổi thứ bảy tuần sau nữa chẳng hạn, thì mình sẽ join tất cả với nhau, thì mình sẽ liên hoan hoặc là thế nào với nhau cho thoải mái. Tùy thì để tí nữa xong bác sẽ nhắn vào nhóm, xong mọi người sẽ make time, mọi người sẽ make plans với nhau nhá. Nhưng mà chắc chắn for sure là you have a class at 2 p.m. on Sunday, next Sunday at my home. Okay? It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Nhá. Thế Tuấn Sơn thì có gì thì Tuấn Sơn nhắn riêng cho bác nhá, để bác đưa địa chỉ nhá. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. Sorry, Khánh Linh thì stay.
Okay, yes, please stay, Kang Ling, and everybody else. So thank you, everyone. So please just finish that homework, and I will look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. So have a great week, okay? And take care of yourselves, and I will see you then. Okay, Tam biệt, everyone. Tam biệt. Gặp lại sau. Gặp lại sau.
Okay.